So now we are in the first 5 minutes. In the beginning, there was nothing but women part two. Family, I'm gonna let you know I received a what is this that I'm looking at right now? This is an article, and it blew my mind. I said I gotta share it with the family. They even have like a little audio thing, so they kind of read to you. And I'm like, hey, I'm winning twice. I'm winning twice. So I actually didn't read it. I just listened to them, but I kind of read along. I digress. I want you to go over this with me, and of course, what my angle. I'm going to use this as proof that in the beginning there was nothing but women, and even though I've said this several hundred million gazillion times, we're gonna just see what they say about it. And anyway, here we go.
Condors, virgin births discovered in critically endangered birds.
Hold on. Start from the top.
California condors, virgin births discovered in critically endangered birds. Published 2 days ago. Image caption: the study's co-author said it is truly an amazing discovery. U.S. wildlife researchers have discovered that 2 California condors, a critically endangered bird, gave birth without any male genetic DNA. The discovery that condors are capable of virgin births, formerly called parthenogenesis or asexual reproduction, surprised scientists. Virgin births have been recorded in other bird species, as well as lizards, snakes, sharks, rays, and other fish. Only about 500 California condors remain in the U.S. Southwest and Mexico.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but we been knew. This is old news. The condors been going extinct. The condors haven't been doing good since I was a kid. There's been a lot of animals that have been on the endangered species list and got off. And the condors have never been in a good situation from what I can remember. So now, for me, I'm thinking, well, the condor is probably extinct by now. And then this happens.
In the 1980s, fewer than 2 dozen birds remained in the wild.
Fewer than 2 dozen? Let me just help you out, family. Let me do the math real quick. A dozen is 12. 2 dozen is 24. She said it was fewer than 2 dozen. Like they were done.
Wow, but conservation efforts have boosted their numbers in recent years. The peer-reviewed findings from San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance were published this week in the American Genetic Association's Journal of Heredity. The researchers describe how routine genetic screenings of captive birds led to the discovery that 2 male chicks hatched in 2001 and 2009 were related to their mothers and had not inherited DNA from any father bird.
So what happened was the information has just been released, but apparently what happened, they had so many, all the birds were raised in captivity, and they noticed there were 2 male chicks born. Now, why is this particular part important? When you're dealing with, in the beginning, there was nothing but women. So if women had children, the children were just clones. Because you can't, there's only a set genetic pool. What's in the genetic pool in terms of chromosomes? XX. That's it. There's X, and that's it. The genetic pool is limited to just X's. So that means whatever she is, the baby is. Whatever the mother is, the child is. And this, for all intents and purposes, is a clone. Now, when you start giving birth to things that don't have your genetic DNA, that's when things start like, all right, what's going on here? Let's go back into it. This name is dope as well. Blue Hefner. And it's not even just Blue Hefner. It's Blue Hefner University. Put some respect on his name. He says, hit that like button for CRUMB. Shout out to the family. That is so funny. It's Blue Hefner University. Here we go. So let's continue on.
Breaking news: scientists at SWA discovered 2 California condor chicks have hatched from unfertilized eggs. This sort of asexual
Chicks hatched from unfertilized eggs.
asexual reproduction, known as parthenogenesis, is a first for the species and provides new hope for their recovery. Read more, t.copic.twitter.com/b. RX. Brooksy2S. October 28, 2021. All 467 male condors in the breeding pool were tested. What makes the case even more rare is that it is the first time that any bird species has had a virgin birth when males were present for breeding. Ad. Choice advertisement.
Males were present and they were doing this. So you say, oh, CRUMB, well, women did it back then. They can't do it now because males are around. I want to point this out. Based off certain pheromones or whatever the case may be, a woman's going to act a certain type of way. If there's nothing but matter of fact, when you're dealing with cheerleading, when women are cheerleading or when little girls are cheerleading, that's an esoteric science, family. The whole cheerleading thing is an esoteric science. So now you're going to have siphoning of energy from the audience to the actual players through the cheerleaders. This is all a code. Based on a certain situation, women are going to operate a certain type of way to make things manifest. But let me get a little closer to the topic. When we're dealing with women in the beginning, according to science, this is called mitochondrial Eve. I'm sure I've been seeing a lot of it on Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram. There's been a lot of memes going around, so on and so forth, with the whole mitochondrial Eve theory. For those who are new to the debate, a mitochondrial Eve refers to mitochondrial DNA, the unique genetic code that is passed down from female to female. In nearly all multicellular organisms, mitochondrial DNA is passed down the matrilineal line from generations to generations. Mitochondrial Eve theory, we all come from one woman.
According to Africa News, from their study, the geneticists concluded that every person on Earth in our day can trace their lineage back to a single common female ancestor and names her mitochondrial Eve.
To further explain how all of humanity is descended from only one woman, it is useful to know certain theories considered by scientists. Every person on Earth in our day can trace their lineage back to a single common ancestor and names her mitochondrial Eve. Why do you say that, CRUMB? Because does anybody know how much all is? We all share a common genetic trait. A lot of you will say, hey, CRUMB, the Tamahu was invented by Yakub. The flugel rod, y'all know the king of the flugel rods was Conan. Speaking of Conan, because he was a Highlander, the lowlanders were the Canaanites. The dog people. Why when your hair get wet, you smell like? Anyway, even they have that gene. In order to create life, you got to have this one particular DNA strand for life to come, to create, it has to come from that mitochondrial gene. We already knew that, I hope, at least in theory, but for myself and people like me, master students, we subscribe to this, and this latest information is just confirmation.
Parthenogenesis is an extremely rare event, but has been recorded in other species before. It happens when a cell in a female behaves like a sperm and fuses with an egg. It normally occurs in animal populations that have few or no breeding males. This is truly an amazing discovery. Oliver Ryder, the study's co-author.
It normally occurs in animal populations that have few or no breeding males. When I think the whole Kevin Samuels things is very interesting when he talks about men relationship to women, and it's very entertaining and informative, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, if there are no women, men will go extinct. It is what it is. But if there are no men, women are going to start producing on their own. Chickens lay eggs regardless if they're getting fertilized or not. She's dropping eggs every month regardless of what. She's dropping eggs regardless of what. So now she's dropping these eggs, and she has the ability to fertilize her own egg. And I thought this was old news, but this article comes out 2 days ago saying, hey, we just realized that in animal populations that have few or no breeding males, the women tend to impregnate themselves. Oh, wow, this is a new science. Okay, guys, remember when I first told you about this, I told you guys in the beginning. Now, some may call this the Anunnaki story, but some people may call this the story of Sumer. Let me go and check. I just want to make sure I'm right. I think Sumer means land of the black-head people. The Sumerians called themselves the black-headed people. I don't know if anybody realizes that. Let me make this bigger. Let me switch my head. Let me get my head out the way. And I'm gonna make it bigger. Here we go. Hold on. Let me see. Can y'all still see that? Family, I know a lot of people have heard a lot of things about the Sumerians and this and that and opposed to Africa. Because when people bring up the Sumerians, they usually do it trying to slight Egypt. Well, the land of Sumer, the Sumerians, Zechariah Stitchin, Anunnaki. Usually when they do that, they try to slight Africa or black people or whatever you want to call us. If you did not know, with all due respect, because I want to know who's tapped in, is this old news? Is this something we just finding out? If you did not know the Sumerians who called themselves the black-headed people, can you please give me a 666? I'm gonna keep it funky, family. I heard a lot about the Sumerians, but I just recently learned myself that they call themselves the black-headed people. Very interesting. I digress. I just wanted to make that point before anybody says, "Oh, you're trying to get away from." I'm not trying to get away from Africa, family. This is the thing. I'm about to bust you. Oh, we from Africa. We from Africa, CRUMB. We not from Africa. I told you we from America. No, we not from America. We from the whole planet. The whole planet is ours. Every people on the planet. Excuse me. It was cold in Detroit, and it was raining. I think it's probably still raining. No. I think it was clear when I left, but it was raining when I was in Detroit. But anyway, we from this whole planet. This whole planet is ours. It's not that we're from here. It's not that we're from there. We're from this whole thing. We're earthlings, family. We're earthlings. I digress. So now, in the Anunnaki story, according to the Sumerians, the black-headed people, according to them, people, things, aliens, gods, angels, whatever you want to call them, archons, devils, demons, they came down to Earth because they had destroyed their planet. Family, as it is above, it is below. If there's war here on earth, there's war in the heavens. Those aliens who come to your planet don't think they better than you. They ain't got they ish together either. Jesus said, what it tell me the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. What he said? The Lord's Prayer. Let me go look it up real quick. The Lord's Prayer. Let me go see what I can find. Okay, here we go. Yep. Let me share a screen. Let me share a screen. Now, this part right here. Your kingdom come, your will be done, comma, on earth as it is in heaven. We're going to have to decode that. On earth as it is in heaven. What does that mean? As it is above, so it is below. If there's a war on earth, there's a war in heaven. The Anunnaki story is there was a war on their planet. Oh, you talking about these aliens who go to war? Oh, from that planet, Mars, Martians, the land of the black-headed people, CRUMB? Oh, I get it. The land of the black-headed people. The land of the black-headed people. These aliens, as it is on earth, so it is on earth as it is on heaven, or whatever Jesus said. As it is above, it is below. It's war on earth, it's war in heaven, or space, or up there somewhere, whatever the case may be. So they come because they ruined their planet. No more atmosphere. Mars is a death planet. It's dead now. They went to war. The war's over. It's done. It's desolate. They needed gold. They came here. It was nothing but women. The women helped them create man. They created man because they said at that point, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. There was only a feminine energy here, and the men being from Mars brung that masculine energy here. They came to the mitochondrial Eve. It was a woman or women in a society, in a world where they lived. And these women were geniuses. So when these Martians, when these men came down, because remember, this is during the golden age. But nonetheless, the women make men. Men were created to work. That's why men right now love to work. Men were created to work. We were created based off the mitochondrial gene. That's why we have nipples. Can somebody tell me why we got nipples? Why do men have nipples? Because you were created based on the mitochondrial DNA. That was your basis, and you were built on that. And you were created to work. That's why there's a ridge on the penis. I'm sorry, on the scrotum. Men have a ridge right down the middle of their scrotum. Hold on. Let me see. What is the name of that ridge down the middle of a man's scrotum? Perineal raphe. The perineal raphe is a visible line or ridge of tissue on the body that extends from the anus through the perineum to scrotum or a male, or the labia major of a female. Also exists deeper, so on and so forth. And this is, I'm scared to hit images, even though I said this should be all scholastic. This right here, the ovaries fall. Hold on, can you see my screen? Yeah. The ovaries fall. Everybody is female in the first 10 weeks of gestation, something to that effect. All fetuses are female in the first 10 weeks of gestation. All human individuals, whether they have an XX or XY, are an atypical sex chromosome combination, begin development from the same starting point, which is this mitochondrial Eve DNA base chassis frame. I want to say default. When you start off automatically, this is how you start automatically with this mitochondrial DNA gene. During early development, the gonads of the fetus remain undifferentiated. That is, all fetal genitalia are the same and phenotypically female. Does anybody know how much all is? I love to ask rhetorical questions. I just love it. It tickles me pink. And I'm light skinned, so it's not hard to do that, but that's just me talking crap. Anyway, let me make this smaller. Hold on. There we go. All fetal genitalia are the same and are come on, go over there. Oh my God. Let me just do, okay. Nope, that's still not doing what I wanted to do. Oh, okay, there we go. All fetal genitalia are the same and are phenotypically female. Remember, male chromosomes, the Y gene doesn't kick in automatically. Your male gene does not kick in automatically. Your ass can get a Y from your daddy and never be a male your whole damn life. You know how long never is? Hold on. Let me go to my Facebook joint. I want to pull my video up. CRUMB TV male born female. Hopefully I can pull it up. Post. That's not it. I'm just going to go over here because I know I can find it easily. They took my page from me. The joint had 57,000 people following it, but I ain't even tripping on that. Where am I at? About more videos. All. I'm gonna find it in just 2 hot seconds, family. You gonna love this. Basically, what I'm about to find is a video. What is that it right here? Government. Okay, no. Basically, what you about to find, what I'm about to show you, is a video where boys are born female until they turn 12 or about 12-ish, for the simple fact that around 12 their Y chromosome kicks in. The Y chromosome has a gene inside of it called SRY. I find that to be interesting because it sounds like sorry. But nonetheless, the XRY gene does not automatically kick in until about the, let's say, 12 weeks of pregnancy. Within the 12 weeks of pregnancy, even if it's a boy, it's going to look like a girl. Up to 12 weeks, family. Almost here, because I just want to show you the receipts. And I know the people are going to write this off. Everyone drinks urine. But the joint was fire. Unbelievable as well. I might have passed it. No, I hope not. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
At conception, we all inherit genes that instruct our bodies to make us male.
Hold on. I'm going to move my mic closer so that you can hear it. All right. I'm going to run it from the top.
At conception, we all inherit genes that instruct our bodies to make us male or female. But for the first few weeks of our lives, we all look the same. It's only from 8 weeks, if you're male, that your genes instruct your body to release a testosterone. And this should trigger a rather important physical transformation. You start to grow.
He said at 8 weeks of pregnancy is when the genes release to make you male. It's called the SRY gene. The SRY gene provides instructions for making a protein, the sex-determining region of Y protein. This protein is involved in male typical sex development, which usually follows a certain pattern based on an individual's chromosomes. People usually have 46 chromosomes in each cell. I digress. This don't kick in until 8 weeks down the line. And in some people, it don't kick in for 12 years. For other people, it may never kick in. You a whole man, but you got all female genitalia. Let me continue on.
Grow a penis. When 24-year-old Johnny was born, his parents thought he was female. They named him Felicita and raised him as a girl. Johnny looked like a girl because in the womb, his body hadn't produced the kind of testosterone needed to form male genitals. He was born without a penis. 1 in 90 of the males in this village are born with no penis. And so, initially, they're brought up as girls, like 2-year-old Gowdlin. Gowdlin, like Johnny, is biologically male. She has a Y chromosome that should, in the womb, have made her into a boy. For the first 8 weeks of our lives, whether we are male or female, we all have a protrusion called a tubercle, and a set of internal glands called gonads. If you're male, a gene on the Y chromosome now instructs the gonads to become testicles. This leads...
How do the gonads or your ovaries become testicles? Those ovaries in the girl, they drop. Once those ovaries, where's my picture? I thought I had a picture up. The ridge. The ovaries drop and skin wraps over the ovaries and you can see that ridge. That ridge is where the skin connects over the ovaries. If it don't, if that ridge do not connect, that boy can be penetrated like he got a yoni. Remember, when our sons are born, Denzel Watkins says, I'm sorry, I've been watching this channel for a while now, but in the beginning, there were only women. Really? We're 33 minutes into me going through nothing but science. Not only have I gone through nothing but science, this article just came out yesterday saying it normally occurs in animal populations that have few to no breeding males, that the girls can give birth by themselves. This article just came out 2 days ago. What do you mean, really? I mean, I don't understand how the family, this is from 2 days ago. Is the family just going to, I could see if I was reaching, I'm not really bringing some information. I'm coming 100%. In addition to that, to make matters worse, family, this is part 2. I don't know how long you've been watching the platform, but I just said this part 1 maybe 2-3 months ago. Maybe it might have been less than that. And then one of my best videos I ever created was The Black Woman is God. One of the biggest videos I ever created was black. If you go to search my channel based on popular, The Black Woman is God, it's like one of my top 10 videos. I don't know how you missed all of that. I digress. Now that you're here, follow me on the information. This thing right here, if that thing don't seal, how the hell could these children be born as little girls? How could they mistake it for being a little girl? Because that seal didn't seal up. If that seal don't seal up, that looks like a vagina easily. The SRY don't kick in. So let me finish this, and I'm gonna go back to my other point.
To the creation of dihydrotestosterone, which turns the tubercle into a penis. If you're a female, your gonads become your ovaries. You don't make dihydrotestosterone, and your tubercle becomes a clitoris. Johnny and Gavlin lack the enzyme that produces dihydrotestosterone, so they couldn't grow a penis in the womb, but extraordinarily enough, they can do so later in life. Normally, it is an extremely rare condition, but in this village, it's so common, it's completely accepted. 9-year-old Carla has been showing signs for some time that she's not actually a girl. Carla is approaching puberty, a time when males get another surge of testosterone. She's on the brink of growing a penis, because this time Carla doesn't need the dihydrotestosterone that she cannot make. She, like Johnny, is known as a gueva dolce, which literally means penis at 12.
Gueva dolce. It's so common in this village, it has a name, Gueva dolce. In the beginning, there was nothing but women. And then at one point in time, that ridge sealed up the vagina. Where's it at? Let me get this one off the screen. I think I got to go back from this one. Nope. I'll just close that out. It is maybe back from this one. Nope, not that one. I'll close that one. Oh, yeah, it's right here. That ridge in let me close that just so we can see what I'm talking about. This ridge right here goes from the anus all the way up to the bottom of the head of the penis, called the glands. Once that seals up, you have a penis. If that jank don't seal up, you got a vagina, bro. Stop playing with me. Gonads can either become testicles or ovaries. Either way you want to play the game.
Carla's transition to boyhood will be made easier because there's another Gueva dolce in the family, her cousin Catherine. He officially became a boy at 11, but he hasn't changed his name.
He officially became a boy at 11. His jank sealed up. His jank sealed up. Now they're coming with the science saying, oh yeah, this parthenogenesis thing isn't as rare as we thought it was. Here we go.
Parthenogenesis is an extremely rare event, but has been recorded in other species before. It happens when a cell in a female behaves like a sperm and fuses with an egg. It normally occurs in animal populations that have few or no breeding males. This is truly an amazing discovery, Oliver Ryder, the study's co-author and director of conservation genetics at San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, said in a statement. We were not exactly looking for evidence of parthenogenesis, it just hit us in the face.
We weren't even looking for it. That's not what we're into. That's not what we were doing. We don't subscribe to that. So when it happened, oh!
The face. We only confirmed it because of the normal genetic studies we do to prove parentage. Unfortunately, both of the chicks have since died. We were not exactly looking for evidence.
I'll close it off there. We already know this story for the simple fact that the women at this planet were already here. A masculine energy came because the masculine energy had already destroyed another planet, and they needed gold to build their atmosphere. So these women in this Amazon, CRUMB, there's an idea of there's women and they have their own society. Let me grab the mic. There's an idea of women in a society where it's just women and they just run things by themselves. Yeah, you've heard that story before. It's called the Amazons family. Who was the god of the Amazons? Medusa. Hold on, let me share a screen again. Medusa was the goddess of the Amazons. In Greek mythology, Medusa, also called Gorgo, was one of the 3 monstrous gorgons generally described as a winged human female with living venomous. Come on, goddess. What goddess of the where is it at? Medusa, goddess amongst the. Medusa was the goddess of the Amazons. Medusa was the oracle. Maybe. I don't know why I can't find it, but I got a PowerPoint already on it. But I digress. Go look at Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman Amazon images. Wonder Woman was the queen of the Amazons. I don't really know what her story is, but if you go look at Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman rode Pegasus. Pegasus. Now, if you go look at, there's Wonder Woman, and she's, hold on. I'm trying to find a good picture. I don't know why all my pictures look like that. Anyway, you get the picture. Wonder Woman's riding Pegasus. Now, you ask yourself, where did Pegasus come from? Pegasus born from Medusa, because she was the goddess of the Amazons. Pegasus, divine winged white horse, was the offspring of the god Poseidon and the Gorgon Medusa, because Medusa was raped by Poseidon. But nonetheless, I'm not even going to go there. At the end of the day, you've heard the story, and I'm surprised you can be shocked to say I didn't realize, men came from women. We've already had a lot of stories, at least from the Anunnaki perspective, where women, the Martians, the aliens, the fallen angels, the gods, they came and breeded with women to create man, or these types of men, these mankind. Now, when I say breeded, I don't want you to think breeded like your mom and dad did. I want you to think breeded like Michelle Obama did with Sasha and Malia, because they were born in a laboratory. Remember, the Y chromosome is simply an X chromosome that lost 2.3% of its genetic DNA. The Y chromosome is simply an X chromosome that had its bottom right leg cut off, which is 2.3% of the genetic material within that chromosome. What I'm basically saying, technically, men are mutants. Once women started birthing men, it was a big deal. That's why the first virgin birth was the first virgin birth of a man. I've already talked about the Black Madonna. Where do the gods come from? The gods come from the Vesica Pisces. CRUMB, what's the Vesica Pisces? The gods come from the Vesica Pisces. Vesica Pisces. So now if you go and look at the Vesica Pisces ain't nothing but a yoni. Vesica Pisces is a yoni. There it is. The yoni is a Vesica Pisces. There it is. The yoni is a Vesica Pisces. The Sphinx is a melanated woman, indigenous woman. Mother Mary was a Vesica Pisces. Jesus came through a Vesica Pisces. Jesus came through the Vesica Pisces. The first male came through a yoni. Why is the whole in the beginning there was nothing but women thing so crazy to y'all? That's the Vesica Pisces. It's the yoni. Look, y'all, if you don't subscribe to this, then you believe that women came from men's rib, bruh. How is this new to you? When grandma have a dream about fish, what does that mean? Hold on. Oh, I'm not even showing us the pictures. There we go. That's the pictures I was trying to show you. Sorry, family. Sorry. When your grandma have a dream about fish, what that mean? Oh, I mean, and don't get me wrong, Denzel, I'm not attacking you or nothing like that. It's great that you said that. Oh, I didn't even catch this one. I need me some Jesus, though, y'all. I'm sorry. Wow, and I didn't even read that comment, and I wasn't even showing these pictures up here, so it was kind of right on time. That's fine that you need Jesus. That's perfectly fine. Now we have to understand Jesus came from a Vesica Pisces. There, hold on. Let me see. Let me just take out no, I don't want to do that. There we go. There we go. There we go. The primitive ceremony of baptismal rebirth often involved being drawn bodily through a giant yoni. Those who underwent this ceremony were called born again. The primary tantric object of worship was the yoni, also known as the female delta, the vulva, or the female sex organs. Various symbols have been used throughout history to represent the source life energy known as the yoni, which is the fish or the Vesica Pisces. Remember, Jesus is a Pisces. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Let me take this off so Denzel and the rest of the family can see this. Why when you get born again, Christians, I want to talk to my Christians. Why when you get born again, a matter of fact, the other one I didn't show. Here's another one really quickly for y'all who don't understand or may not believe what I'm saying. Vesica Pisces is the yoni, and Vesica Pisces, Mother Mary, Jesus. Well, actually, first I'm gonna put Mother Mary, just that one. I'm just gonna put Mother Mary Yoni. If you go look at these pictures, Mother Mary looks like a yoni. When I say men come from women, that's fine. You can have your Jesus, but understand, where do gods come from? Even Christians must attest. I don't care if you're a Christian or not. Answer me this. Verily, I say unto thee, Christians, where do gods come from according to the Christian religion? Even gods come from the yoni. Even gods come through the yoni. Mother Mary was a yoni. Now I'm going to show you yoni, Vesica Pisces. Vesica, I spelled that all wrong. Pisces. I spelled that wrong again. I forgot Jesus. Actually, let me put Jesus in the front so I can make sure I can find this. Just to let y'all know, in the beginning, there was nothing but women. Women came from men. Let me fix that. I'm going to show you. Well, let me just put Jesus, Vesica Pisces. Sorry about that. I spelled it all wrong. That might have something to do with it. Vesica. There we go. Images. So Jesus comes through the yoni. Jesus comes through the yoni. There's the Vesica Pisces right there in the, what is this thing called? The place where all the Catholics go. Jesus inside the yoni. Even your God come out the yoni. What do you call the thing that birthed gods? The first God that was born of a woman. That's why she was so special. She's called a Madonna. Madonna and child, not that white girl. Well, let's go back to Madonna. What was Madonna's most famous song? What was Madonna's most famous song? Christians? What was Madonna's most famous song? Parthenogenesis? Parthenogenesis? What was Madonna's most famous song? Oh, y'all quiet now, right? There we go. So you telling me Madonna's most famous song was Like a Virgin? So Madonna was talking about parthenogenesis? Okay. The family said, not that white girl. Family. Signs and symbols for the conscious mind. Signs and symbols for the conscious mind. Go back and watch The Matrix. Neo had to follow the white rabbit. We called him a snow bunny where I'm from. Neo had to follow a snow bunny. Go back and watch Matrix. Matrix was not a movie. It was a documentary. It was a documentary. You better follow that white rabbit, family. Her first song, her biggest song was Like a Virgin, and her name was Madonna. The very first woman to give birth to a man, her name was a male child. Her name was Madonna. The first throne that your God sat on was his mother's lap. Jesus better sit his ass down. Somebody tell Jesus, I said, sit your ass down, because the first throne he ever sat on was a woman's lap. I don't even perpetuate this Madonna. White Jesus and white Madonna. Now, go white Madonna and child Pope. Who does the Pope worship, family? Who does woman worship? Oh, CRUMB, you talking about woman worship? The origin of Christianity is Catholicism. And Catholicism, he worshiping a melanated Madonna. That's not a white woman. That's a white man on his knees, head down, with the Messiah sitting on the lap or the throne. He's worshiping the Messiah sitting on the throne. But y'all Christians gonna get brand new on me when I tell you first there was women. Even your God came from a woman. This is the origin of man. This can't be that foreign of a concept for the family. This old news, for real, for real. Y'all should be in the live. Y'all should be a little more tapped in at the very least if you're a Christian. I digress. In the beginning, there was nothing but men. Women. This came from not only Christianity, where the gods come through the women. This also come through the Anunnaki story, where women create man by cutting off the X, creating a Y, cutting off 2.3% more genetic material. Remember, a male sperm has XX and a male sperm has XY. A male's XX sperm are bigger than his XY sperm because they have more genetic material. The XX gene is more advanced than the XY gene. CRUMB, why do you say the female gene is more advanced than the male gene? Who matures first? I'm going to let you answer that. Who matures first? Who potty trains first? Boys or girls? Who potty trains first? Boys or girls? Who lives longer? Women or men? Who gets their sexual maturity first? Females or males? Who? Thank you, family. The female chromosome is more advanced than the male chromosome. This shouldn't even be a women think with both sides of their brain simultaneously. Women use both sides of the brain. Research, this is according to Columbia.edu. Columbia is an Ivy League college. Let me put some respect on their name. Columbia is an Ivy League university. Research found that men tend to use one side of their brain, particularly the left side, for verbal reasoning. Men are very logical. All thoughts are masculine. All emotions are feminine. Women tend to use both cerebral areas for visual, verbal, and emotional responses. These differences in brain use cause a difference in behavior between men and women. The woman prototype is the basis for the woman prototype is the basis for the male prototype, and the woman prototype is more advanced than the male prototype. It's not even a far reach based off the current information that we have as a people. It's not a far reach to say that women came first. The mitochondrial Eve DNA strand is the basis. Go look at the Jews. The Jews have been so ahead of the game for so long. The 4 Jewish mothers. Who are the 4 founding mothers? Susan, Linda, Nina, and Cookie. I'm not sure if that's 100% what I'm looking for. The Jewish mother history. Let's see if I can find it there. No, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try my hand with this one. Let's see what they say. Oh my God. I just want somebody to give me a quick founding mothers. What are the 4 Jewish haplogroups? No. What does being a Jewish mother mean? The Jewish mother was a woman who had her own ideas. Nope. The role. Who are the Ashkenazi Jews descendants of? Nope. Who are the founding mothers? Nope. Haplogroup, Yiddish. The 4 Jewish Jews came from 4 women. Millions of Jews. This is coming from NBCnews.com. NBC News. When I say that in the beginning there was nothing but women, family, this shouldn't be a far-fetched idea based on rational and reasonable research. According to NBCnews.com, millions of Jews traced to just 4 women. This came out January 12, 2006. About 3.5 million of today's Ashkenazi Jews, 40% of total Ashkenazi population, are descendants of just 4 women. When I say in the beginning there was nothing but women, I don't understand how this can be such a hard thing to fathom when so many other cultures have attested to this. Y'all Christians and this whole women come from the rib of Adam has got your minds blown, family. Even in Catholicism, they told you God came from the Madonna, the Black Madonna, the woman. But with that said, I've already expounded on it in part 1. I'm sorry. Yeah, in part 1. I think I went a little bit more into depth. I just saw that article. The article got me excited. I wanted to kind of come up here and do something else. I got more coming for you tomorrow. I want